Tasha.
And we are back for another Wednesday. So you already know y'all can find us here every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
I was getting carried away. I was about to break into the robot and you stopped.
Okay, so we'll pick the beat back up on later on.
Later
Okay, on later.
Did I get bust my robot moves?
Hey y'all, so today we're gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions, how to be consistent with them, how to get your New Year started on the right foot so that all your goals, your dream, all your accomplishments that you're trying to get started, that you started on the right foot and it's consistently getting done so that you're seeing your results, right?
So the first thing we want to talk to y'all about is letting go of all of the negativity, the negative people, the negative thoughts, the negative mindsets. You are not going to get anywhere if you continue to think negative. Look at the past year. If that was your mindset last year or this past 2021, you cannot bring that into 2022. You have to let all of that go. Negative people, their negative thoughts about you, the things that they say to you, don't let that sink in and take root and stop you from doing what you know you need to be doing. Don't take advice from people or listen to negative people who ain't never done nothing or never done what you want to do, not even in that field, and they say you can't do that or that's not going to work out for you. It wasn't a dream that was given to them, so don't let their negative thoughts infect your dreams and affect your goals and things like that and keep you from actually doing what you need to do. Secondly, I want to make sure that we are creating habits.
Also, put your ideas, your thoughts, right? So these thoughts were given to you, of course. They're not given to everybody. You got to really consider that. These thoughts that are coming to your mind are not everybody else's dreams. They're not everybody else's thoughts. They're not everybody else's passion or purpose. So when you start to have that idea of this is what I want to do, number one, understand that you don't have to start on a New Year's. There's no reason to wait until 2022 to start. I mean, why God has life in your body today, why you have woken up today, wake up in your purpose and move forward today. No need to wait for the New Year's to just say, hey, I'm going to start a resolution. Right. Let that old school model die down and take advantage of your dreams today. As they come in your mind, they're fresh. You want to start planting them, start getting them in the ground. And as she says, stay away from negative people. Because what'll happen is once you start getting that feeling of like, this is my goals, this is what I'm my dreams, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, and you get so excited about it, and you start to want to share it with the closest people to you. Now, it's very important to always keep an eye on your circle, right? Those directly inside your circle, because we have people in our circle indirectly. So those direct people might be like your mom, your dad, siblings, family members, partners, and then those indirect people might be like people who you go to school with, work with, things like that. People who you subconsciously they're influencing you and they don't even know they're influencing you, by the way. Most times they don't even know that they're influencing you, and you're looking at them like, what are they gonna think? What are these people gonna start? Once you start, just go. Right. So they may not even be negative people. They may just be non-believers, right? People who are not visionaries, people who don't see, people who just don't have their own dreams, people who let their dreams die down in their memory banks and stuff like that, and now their dream is in a negative, and so it's not always negative people. It's just people who you directly in your circle, the people who have the strongest influence on you. You have to really think about those people and be careful when you start telling people about your baby, because of course you feel like this is new. You're excited about it, but that don't mean they're gonna be excited about it. You always have to watch the people that are in that direct circle, indirectly or directly, that are not supporting you, that are not clapping for you, but will clap for everybody else. But when it's time for you to do something, they're like, oh, well, why would you want to do that? Try to talk you out of it, try to downplay what you're doing. It's huge to you, but they'll try to downplay it because they don't either A, see it happening, or B, don't want you to do it. And so they'll try to make you feel like you shouldn't be doing that. And another thing, don't get sensitive about that. Like, a lot of times we sit here and we see our closest friends or our loved ones or people who are indirectly or directly influencing us. We see them liking Kim Kardashian's pictures, or we see them liking, you know, the homegirl new album came out and they supporting that and stuff like that. Go buy this album, this song card and stuff like that. But they won't even hit the free like button on yours
or share.
Don't even worry about that. Those are not your supporters
at all.
Those are not your people. And that's a very, very, the number one thing to learn starting off is that those are not your people. And what you need to start doing is celebrating the wins. The people who are supporting you, that just genuinely are supporting you, are not always like the people. It's not coming from the people who you want to come from.
It's not gonna never come from the people you think it should come from. The support is never gonna come from your sister right off the bat, or your mother even right off the bat. Your father might not support it, your brother. It's not gonna come from the people that you think it should come from. It's always gonna come from strangers, because the strangers don't know you, and the people that do know you don't see you doing no shit like that. They're like, bitch, who the fuck you think you are? Now you somebody brand new, and they trying to downplay what you got going on. It'll never come from the people that it should come from first. It's always gonna come from a stranger.
So take your wins. Your strangers are your biggest supporters. They're amazing supporters. They like, share, comment. They do everything that you need them to do. And even if you start off by just 2 likes, that is, you need to take that as that's something. I need to get up in the morning because somebody's liking my stuff. Somebody's watching me. And just know that the people who you think are not watching,
they're watching.
They're watching
with a magnifying glass.
They are watching. They're waiting just like everybody else for something else to come out. They're watching. So. But let that not be a concern. Let your concern be to keep going forward.
Just keep moving.
So number one, also keep in mind that if I start working on something, or this is not even number one, that's just, we always say number one.
We
but
do.
It'd be number 30.
Right.
So
like number ones.
Number one is
number one.
Think of it like going to the gym, right? If you start working out today, you're not gonna see a 6-pack tomorrow. That's not how it works. It has to be a whole.
Work like that though.
We surely do. We surely wish it worked like that for us and everybody else in the world. But it has to be a whole lot of consistency coming with that. Whole lot of discipline. Discipline is a high form of self-love.
Right.
Whole lot of, going beating the concrete, just going back at your talent every single day, getting up like it's your job and going back at it every single day.
Right.
And then it's just like planting a seed. You're gonna start to see that little bulb come out, and you're gonna start to see that little bit of life come out. And that's what you need to keep on enforcing love on, and keep on working on, and things like that, so you can keep your gift growing. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, with that being said, that's just all a part of creating new habits and moving forward. You have to stay consistent in what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. Like she said, it's not gonna happen overnight. I wish I could go to the gym one time and lose 30 pounds. Who wouldn't want to do that? But it never works like that. It has to be a part of my new daily routine, new habit that I'm creating, the new whatever I'm trying to do. You could be trying to go to the gym. You could be trying to become an influencer. You could be trying to become, the next best daycare owner. It's consistency. You have to study these things. You have to do these things. Bottom line, you have to get up and just do it. But it has to become a part of your daily routine. You have to get up and say, I'm going to post this amount of content today. So tonight, for tomorrow, I have to make sure I have this, and this ready to go. It has to be a habit. You have to plan these things, and then you have to actually get up and implement it into your day as a part of what you have going on. So, I mean, at this point, that's just what you need to do. You need to create a habit, and it has to continue daily. It just can't be just one day.
So keep in mind, when creating a habit that is going to be very uncomfortable, you are going to have to be outside your comfort zone. You're going to have to get up early in the morning when you don't. You got to treat this like a job.
But it's a comfort zone for a reason.
Yeah, so you can stay fat as a flying pig.
Well, they put people on TV shows for that now. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Because you're trying to create a new habit.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel good to lay in bed longer, especially the wintertime. I be cuddled, freak up. Homegirl be
She be cuddled up. I be at home by myself.
Woohoo! I'm talking about.
I be cuddled up with pillows, blankets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Crossing my own legs, trying to keep myself warm. I don't have nobody to cuddle with.
So it's gonna be a challenge at first until you get used to doing it.
That's true.
Give yourself 90 days of consistently beating. You ever having it? Just beating the concrete of hard work, and you'll start to see like that growth. So
You start
again,
to see the plant start to form. It'll take root.
you start to see a little six pack. You start to see a little.
And then that type of stuff will motivate you though. Like you'll see your stomach going down. And you'll be like, oh shucks, let me go ahead and get back in there. You'll see people actually taking notice of, oh, so she's doing this social influencing thing. Let me go ahead and try to support that or see what she got going on. And they'll start sharing your shit. Like they'll start supporting you, especially if you're putting it out there that you're trying to lose weight. There's a million people out here trying to lose weight, but there's only one you. So you have to make sure that you are consistent with what you have. You can't pay attention in this new season. You can't pay attention to what everybody else is doing. You just have to focus on you.
To start to get your wheels turning. The next step, of course, is market yourself. Once you start getting going and stuff like that, don't be afraid to put out like, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
This is my video that's coming up on every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You know, it does not matter. Never, ever, ever, and I'm going back to this because you get all these great ideas, you start implementing it, then you stop because you feel like you're not getting the traction that you need.
You're not getting
you stop because you feel like you're not, that everybody's looking at you but nobody's clicking on it. Mm-hmm. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep going, keep going. So marketing yourself, putting yourself out there so the world know what you're doing. And the number one thing that I like to do, I really, really enjoy doing, I just did this the other day for a photo shoot because every one of my photo shoots, I forget something at home. Every last one. I'll forget one high heel. Like every last one
outfit.
I'm talking about. I would forget one
earring.
I forgot my daggone SD card today. I'll forget one thing. So I sat here one morning. I woke up and I know I had to do take some photos that day. And I wrote in you want to get yourself this is my manifestation book.
Yeah, you do want to make sure you have those.
Manifestations in here. I don't write nothing else in this book. This is what this is for. I have a diary too. I have a goal book and things like that.
You should always write your stuff down.
But this is my manifestation book. There's a complete different. So number one, write your things down so you can hold yourself accountable. So, and it's daily. It's whatever you want to. Like you can write every single day your manifestation book. You can write once a week. You can write once a month. You can write one time and forget about it. But I really felt like I need to write down that day what I was going to do. Simply because of the fact that I found myself always forgetting my stuff and have to start all over the next day. And we don't have days to waste.
We don't have time like that.
So now that that's over with, I wrote down things like I did great poses because of course I was taking fit pictures.
Make sure you
amazing video quality, amazing lighting. I wrote down amazing lighting for the photos or whatever. That was tasteful because I didn't want to send the wrong impression to the masses, y'all sons. And I wrote down I was not gonna forget nothing. That I was not gonna have any distractions. That I was gonna have enough sunlight. That I was gonna have enough time. I literally wrote down everything I needed for that photo shoot to go perfect, and it went exactly how I wanted it to go. I even had support from some people who I never thought would support me on that day, and that was all because I wrote it down. I've never written down anything else for a photo shoot, but I just wrote down everything that I need to write down in this book so that it will go flawlessly, and it did exactly that. So write down your goals, your manifestation, and this is something to reflect back on in the future as well when you get to your goal. And you're like, dang, I actually manifest that. Vision boards, a lot of people do vision boards. Yep. They put together a vision board. You can start doing that as well immediately. Without
vision boards are fun. You can actually do vision board parties. A lot of people do that. Like a lot of people do that. They get together with their closest friends. They have everything that they need to plan out their little vision boards, and they do it. And they actually, it's a great outcome. And to what you were saying about writing that stuff down, don't forget to celebrate yourself. If you did something great, write it down.
And also just always give things back to God, the universe, whatever you may believe in. Once everything is accomplished, because you put it out there for it to be accomplished, it was delivered. Right. So you want to give gratitude and appreciation and love back to the universe and God for allowing that to happen in the way it happened. And I'll leave you with this final thing that I just recently had to learn that society teaches us against, but I'm gonna empower everybody to just do the opposite, basically. So if you feel in your body and in your mind and your soul not to do it that day, we're not talking about I just want to run around and bullshit today.
Feel it right here.
Even if you do feel like, today I just want to bullshit. If you feel it in your mind and your body, and you want to stick with your God-given plan, because make sure that you're hearing from whoever you believe in, your spirit, God, the universe. Make sure you're always hearing, because there's some days where, I mean, don't get me wrong, like there's things that we're very consistent with. Like we don't miss Wednesday episodes, like period. But there's some days when I'm like, you know what? Today instead, I'm gonna go do this instead.
Right.
And every single time I listen to my spirit, I ran into somebody who was helping me elevate.
Right.
And there's times we feel bad where it's like Monday motivation about that I put up about how it took COVID for people to say don't work when you sick. That's the craziest thing ever.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
You know, so if you feeling in your mind and your body, not today. And you don't even have to be sick. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you feel like today I just need to take a breath, if you feel like today I just want to have fun, if you feel like anything that your feeling, your heart is telling you, follow it through. That's part of your destiny and your journey too. Don't let nobody make you feel like, oh, every single day you gotta be beating the concrete. Every single day you gotta work. Every single day you gotta stay up overnight. You non-stop working. We're not sent here to work. God didn't put us on earth.
We're not robots.
God didn't put us on work to be like, on work. God didn't put us here to be like, y'all work all day long. That is the model of
man.
The same man who created go to school, go to college, get yourself a deep debt and work for my company till you die because you can't get your ass out of debt.
Right.
No.
That's not how life works.
No. And so we want you to grow. And with that being said, when you feel like not doing, not do.
Right, just don't. Because you know when something is wrong, and because you can feel it right here. Now we have all gone against that feeling, and something happened, something terrible happened. You got in a car accident, you went to jail, like something happened, and if you would have just listened to yourself, you would have, or listened to that little small voice that say, "Don't do that," or "Don't go that way." It wouldn't have happened. You could have avoided it.
And your delivery at the same time is not the same as if when you're ready to give 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you watch the video that we recorded about the same exact thing 2 days ago, you can see why we didn't put it up. Because the delivery, I wasn't ready to go. And I went anyway.
And I was sitting there looking at her like she was contagious. It was just wrong. It was just wrong. It was just wrong. I was looking at you like something was wrong with you. Every time
everybody was sick last week.
Every time you coughed, I was like, it just wasn't right.
A little creepy crawler going around, but he got up out of my system. Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't look at nobody else. Keep going. As soon as you stop looking at somebody else, you're gonna slow yourself down. Keep going.
Make sure you start today. You don't have to wait till January 1st. Start today. Whatever day today is for you, start today. Make sure you do that.
Stop when you need to stop. Take a break when you go. Yeah. but stick to the goal.
Stick to the goal.
Keep going as far on your path. Don't stop on your path and give up. Because we need you. We need
all of y'all.
Your gifts.
Whatever you got, your talents, all of that. We need it. Make sure you do whatever works for you, but that's what I do. She has her own system. Just make sure you guys are doing that, okay? We love y'all. We appreciate you. We will see you next week. Next Wednesday, same time, same place. Make sure y'all drop y'all comments. Comments below. Make sure you follow and like and subscribe.
Be good to yourselves. As always, take care of you before you take care of anybody else. Love on yourself in a big way. I am Nay.Hammering, and this is
Natasha B on TV, and that is on all social media platforms, you guys. Y'all have a great evening. We will talk to y'all later. Deuces.